Welcome back to Farming Simulator 2019 with the Rude Man. And we're back on Honeydew Farms XL. That's the 4X version. It is a beta version. If you're playing it, remember that it is in beta. I haven't checked to see if there's an update yet. I should, because I've been very busy. There could be an update already, and I haven't checked. But anyway, I'm going to play again. I had a few moments where I could get away from my company to do a quick recording. And I want to continue on where I left off from the live stream I did the other day. So let's go check, see what the combine's doing. Find a combine. There it is, and it is full. So we're gonna go ahead and grab our truck. I gotta start picking up some straw because I don't have any straw on the farm yet, and the animals need straw. So I need to pick some of that up. So I'm gonna get my quicker picker upper out here and see if we can grab a little bit. Let me grab this barley here. Whoa, whoa! Overshot. I need to beef up the brakes. I said that in the live stream. I did a live stream from YouTube, and normally they put it up on my YouTube page. They did not yesterday, and I don't know where it's at. So if you saw the live stream, if you didn't see the live stream, I don't know what to do. All right, we're going to rehire a worker here. So let me jump up here a second. Hopefully I can get back down. I'm going to put that down. And all right. Oh shoot. Put that away. Am I stuck? I'm stuck. Let me get down off here. Start. Hire a worker, and if you notice, I've got Stefan working today. We've got the I've got my patrons on now, so for you patrons, you get to help me with the fields again like you used to. Now, somebody asked me in the live stream if I had the new version of the game because supposedly they fixed the dumping on the end like that. Well, I do have the new version. And I can't see that it's done anything, so don't know what to say. And it may have actually fixed it in the in-game maps. This is a modded map. Maybe it makes a difference. Very well could. I don't know. Oh, my tea is hot. It's early in the morning, and I'm trying to do a quick recording before everybody gets up. Once everybody gets up, I've got a house full of company for the holidays. So I've had a really hard time trying to find time where I could work. So we're going to dump this grain, and then I'm going to go run around and see what else needs to be done on the farm. Yeah, if you look at the mini map down there, it tells you that Stefan is working our field. Glad I got that running. Come on. Finally. Alright, now let's run around and see. Well, you know what I could do? I've got my speed boots now, so I can kind of get out of here. I have to turn it on every time I do this, so I'll put it on 5 and let's see. Okay, this needs 100% weed. It's growing. I need my weed herbicide guy out here. Okay, what about this one? This one is growing 100% fertilized. Doesn't have weeds yet. Let's check the next field. This one is corn. It's growing 50%. It's not at a stage where I can refertilize. This one is canola. It's harvested, but it's got weeds in it, so I'm going to have to plow this under. All right, so let's see. What do we got yonder here? This one's been weeded. It is still growing. It's potatoes. It's 100% fertilized. This one is ready to harvest, I believe. And it's weeds, and I couldn't do anything about it. The weeds got to me before. I had to sleep. It was nighttime. And as I slept, the weeds came in. They just snuck up on me. Damn weeds. Okay, so let me get my herbicide Rubicon. Where's my herbicide Rubicon? That ain't it. There it is. That's a pretty good sized field. I think I'm going to fill it up here. And then let's get our truck out there. Even though this farm is in a beta, I've been having a lot of fun with it. I like the bigness. It's big. It's a 4X. It's big. It's kind of flat. It's not all the way flat. You can tell that there's a little bit of hilliness to some of the fields, but they're fairly flat. And I've been having a lot of fun with it, even though it's not finished yet. I've seen some people say they want to play it, but they're going to wait till it's finished. But it's working good enough for me at this point. There's so much to do that the things that are being added, I haven't found a need for yet. So let me get Mr. Rubicon out to the field. Now I'm thinking that maybe they did, if you remember, I think they did fix the sound, because a while back you could hear the sound of the rig from this distance. But if you backed up even just to there, it went away. And it's still, you can still hear it from quite a ways away. So I think they fixed that. They said they were gonna. They said they were going to use proper grammar here. Is this what I'm trying to do? It is. I got to get to it. It's almost ready to harvest. I got to get this done before it's ready. Alright, let's hire a worker. And who do we have working? Andy Tom, good old Andy Tom. From Devon, England. He's Scottish, but he lives in England. And there you go. Let's see, we got that guy's waiting for the combine. Combine stopped again. I think it is. I missed my equipment switcher. I have to kind of run through every piece of equipment to get the one I want. The equipment switcher. I keep reaching for my keyboard the way I had it set up before, and it's not there. Force of habit. I think it's funny when you harvest the weeds along with everything else. So that one field that has weeds on it, the weeds came in after I actually harvested the field. As weeds are wont to do. Ah, good old hot tea early in the morning. Yeah, I gotta remember. I haven't had time. I've got to work on this man truck, and the brakes aren't what they need to be. I need to adjust the brakes, and I might adjust the RPM a little bit, give it maybe a little bit more torque. It's okay because look, this is a lot of weight here. So, wow. Is that weed guy done already? It's a lot of weight. You wouldn't expect it to take off like a racing car. So I don't think that that's an issue, but the brakes might be. It takes a little bit to stop. Got some more gray skies today. We've had gray skies for weeks now where I live. We've got, well, it's, close to winter. What is today? Today is only the 17th, so it's a few more days until winter hits, officially. And the winter solstice is on the 21st of December, I believe. So it's not quite winter yet, but we've been having some stormy weather. We've had some 35 to 50 mile an hour winds in the last week. And it's been dark and gray, and the temperature has actually come up. Well, it wasn't this fertilizer that finished this job. What else did I have going out there? So yeah, the temperature's actually come up. It was getting in the 30s for a while, and that's back up into the 40s and 50s. Huh, he's still working. He's awakened. I've got to watch that canola field. It's the only one left. And I don't think that... Well, is that weeds in there? No, it doesn't have any weeds. But did it? Oh, it did. I can see the weeds now. Okay. It had weeds, and I put the herbicide on it, so it's fine. Let me get going here. That's corn. This is potatoes. They're still growing. Let me grab my plow. Big bud, big bud, big bad bud. Now, I don't have to plow this field, but I don't have a cultivator yet. So I think I'm just going to... And the cedar I've got will actually cultivate. I don't want to cultivate. I don't want to do that one. I could actually use the cedar and it would take the weeds out. Let me do that. because I've already plowed that field. And I'm pretty sure that I've got the plowing turned on, the periodic plowing. I can't keep up with that combine. I can't wait for course play. Good Lord. The combine has been modded. I modded it to do 75,000 units of fruit. Even so, 1 or 2 passes down the road and it's full. Now there's a few weeds left in there. I might leave it. Well, let's get this guy running again. Or I won't ever get this thing harvested if I don't keep it running. Take off. Is he waiting for me? Or is he stuck? Oh, is he stuck? Darn it, he's high-centered. Alright, I rehired the worker here, so let's see who's on it now. Gino! Gino's on the job and ready for action. Alright. Let's get our seeder out here. And I gotta decide what to seed. This thing's a monster. People were waiting for the International Harvester seeder, the air cart. This one is similar. This is the Hawk, the Seed Hawk 980 Vaterstad. This came with the Big Bud one, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. It works really well. I'm surprised, and it's a monster. So since we don't have the International Harvester, this is what I've been using. And it works just great. I like it. So it's just very, very big and cumbersome and kind of hard to move around. But the camera doesn't quite go back far enough. This is as far as I can go with the camera. So you kind of have to work with it to see the rear end. Alright, I've already got it set on corn. I think I'm going to do some corn. I'll just do corn. So let's hire the worker here. See if we can get somebody on here. To do our corn. Who's working? David Weirs is on the job and ready for action. Let's jump back over to the... God, he's full again already. I mean, I've yet to empty this one. I saw the funniest video today. It's somebody that got a little frustrated with their comments on their videos and made a special video trying to do a tutorial on how to leave a comment on a video. And what frustrated them is they did a video, and in the video they explained their thinking on a particular game, and it's very clear in the video what his thinking is. But if you didn't look at the video, and maybe it was his fault because the thumbnail, or not the thumbnail, but the description because people that read things, a lot of times they only read what they think they don't read the whole thing. In other words, they don't see what they think they see. I'll give you an example. Let's say a game has a particular issue on it, and the description says this game has an issue with such and such, but that's not what we're talking about today. All right? Now, people read that, and all they see is the part that says this game has a particular issue. And so they'll sit and make a comment without watching the video because they already think they know what the video's about. Well, as it turns out, the video had nothing to do with the issue. It had to do with something else. And so this guy got mad, did a tutorial. Watch the video before you do a comment. It's funny. Mine are a little bit different because I've got tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of videos out. I had thousands of videos on my YouTube page. And a lot of times I'll have a game that I'm playing and I'm on like episode 156, and somebody will watch a video that starts at video number 1, and they'll make comments that I don't know what I'm doing, or why didn't you know that you could do this, and I'm thinking, watch the next episode. There's 156 more that'll show you that I do know what you're talking about. You just didn't see it in the first video. And it's really funny. The other part is also, a lot of people will look at a playlist, let's say, that has 100 and some videos in it and was recorded like 2-3 years ago. And they'll just start watching it now and start making comments on it or asking questions about it. I've had that happen to me. They're asking questions about a game I haven't played in 2-3 years. Well, hell, if I go on vacation and I'm gone for a week or two, when I come back, I forgot how to play the damn game. I can prove it. I can go back to videos I've made of Farming Sim, where I come back and say, I've been gone for a couple weeks and I can't figure out which buttons to push. I've forgotten already. It's crazy. But it's true. I gotta look at this Bud. This is Bud Jr., Big Bud Jr., or Little Bud, Big Bud and Little Bud, or Mini Me Bud, whatever you want to call it. I may call it one of those three, except for the Mini Me is kind of hard to say. I used to say Big Bud Jr. or Little Bud, but he doesn't quite have the poop in him, because this trailer can go 24 miles an hour, but he's only able to pull it at, 18 now because he's going downhill. Yeah, he has a little bit of a problem here. I may have to go look at this and see what it's set up like. Now, obviously, it's not supposed to be as powerful as the 747, the Big Bud. And that's fine, doesn't need to be. It's a smaller tractor. But this is just straw. It's not like it's picking up grass. Yeah, I've got some mod work to do if I ever get time. I haven't had time to even make recordings, much less work on mods. And I feel bad about it. But, because I keep having people, have you seen this mod? Have you seen that mod? Can you do this? Can you do that? Well, yeah, I can, but I don't have the time. And I know. A lot of these guys, They're doing this for a living. I'm not. It's just for fun. I do this just for fun. It's just a hobby. Something to keep me busy so my mind doesn't rot. So, you know, I feel bad because it's a new game. If I'm going to get new subscribers, I've got to get out there and get my stuff in before somebody else does. That's kind of what bothers me, is that people will contact me and say, hey, did you see that such and such is out? Oh, I was going to do that mod. Well, now somebody's already beat me to it. And that's fine. I don't believe in reinventing the wheel. If they did a good job on it, I'll use it. But again, I'm not doing this for a living, so if I was, I'd tell my company to just entertain themselves. But it's Christmas holidays. It's my family. That means more to me than, you know, anything else right at the moment. This is the family that's going to take care of me in my old age. This is the family that's going to, you know, surround me on my deathbed and cry for me when I'm gone. It's I need to take care of my family. What I'm doing here is just playing a game. You got to have priorities. I know I've done some things I regret in my life. I started my own business at one time, and I used to be a photographer, and I did weddings and anniversaries and things like that. And at one point when the 1 hour video machines came out, I bought one. I had my own business, my own photography studio, and I was doing fairly well until that stupid 1 hour photo machine came in. It took all my time, all my money, and they started throwing them on every street corner. So you couldn't get enough business to support the damn thing. And I ended up having to close my business down. But I had a friend of mine, a really good friend of mine, that we introduced to his girl he was going to marry. He wanted me to be his best man. I was so busy with this stupid business that I told him I couldn't make it to the wedding. And he had to find somebody else after I told him I would be his best man. I regret that so much. So very, very much. It would have taken one day out of my, time, and it wouldn't have made any difference to my business. But I was so into it, that I was needing to be there every minute. But do I ever regret that? I only have a few things I regret in my life, and that's one of them. So I tell young people that are starting a family, get yourself a decent camera, camcorder, iPod, iPad, whatever you need now, and take as many pictures as you can and keep them safe. You don't realize when your family starts growing up what you've missed in their lives if you don't do that. My memory is not that good. People say, "Oh, Dad, remember when we did this?" I don't remember. And they'll try to explain it, and maybe it comes back and maybe it doesn't. But if you can get a photo album or something, or nowadays people don't keep photo albums, I guess, go to your computer and pull up pictures to show what what you did. You have no idea what that's going to mean to you later on in life. So just do it. Just do it. Get a camera. Take pictures of your family. Oh. Why did it stop? Well, if that's the case, let's make sure it didn't miss anything else. It might be easier for me to get out and run because I have my... Whoa! I got my speed boots back. so I can jump out and run faster. I don't like the sound of teeny tiny little feet. Sounds like there's a herd of mice right behind me trying to nip my heels. Right. We're done. We're done here. Let's go back to the barn. I told you earlier that I did a live stream of this farm here yesterday, and I can't find it on YouTube. It didn't show up on my YouTube page, so I don't know what the heck's going on. Perhaps they've changed something that I'm not aware of because I haven't live streamed on YouTube for a while. Oh, I don't know if you should. If you didn't see the YouTube, that means you didn't see that I have a Christmas tree. What else did I have? Well, I got my speed boots. I'm showing you that now. What else did I get? I got something else. I got the Lamborghini. I can't remember if I showed you that. There's a Lamborghini there. Lamborghini I'm really happy with. I've always liked the look of it, but it's a small tractor. But it pulls this thing like nobody's business. So what the heck, you know? That's almost 32,000 units of that. And it works pretty dang good. I had another mod, and I don't remember what it was. Oh, it was the Peterbilt. And I'm not completely sold on the Peterbilt. I keep looking for new trucks, because I need new trucks. This one is pretty small. It sounds okay, and it runs okay, but I don't like that long wheelbase. And I need to work on it a little bit. But it works better than the in-game one. And I found a mod that is a mod of the in-game one. This one is too, by the way. It's just got a skin on it. But look how small it is. This is a semi-truck. I know the big buds are big, but that's ridiculous. The scale on this is way off. Where's my other truck? This is a mod of the in-game MAN truck. And it's a cab over. But this should be scaled equivalent to that. Look how small this is. This should be as big as that. And it's not. Now, that's not a game breaker. And in some cases, I like the smaller profile because of getting into buildings and things like that. Even so, I think it's off. No big deal. Not a big deal. But it does have a couple things I want to work on. All in all, it works better than the other mod that I had, which is in here. Trucks. It's a mod of this in-game one here. This one here. I don't like it. It's got the same wheelbase as the Peterbilt. So the picture of the Peterbilt I think is from FS17, and it doesn't have that wheelbase there. It's got this one right here. And so I don't like that the fifth wheel is so far back. If you could shift this up and back and forth, that might be a good thing. But problem is on this particular one is if you put a trailer on this and put anything in the trailer, the front end comes off the ground and you can't steer it very well. Don't like that. But the MAN works pretty good. But that's okay. Stuff happens. It's not a game breaker. So I'm still look at how small that truck looks though. compared to the other farm equipment. There's something not right there. But I'll find a decent truck. They're coming out. Somebody told me they saw some on a web page. I just haven't had time to get to it. I don't know, boy. I don't think I'm going to get this field done even today. My goodness. I have been jumping back and forth, though. Tea's good. I ordered some new tea from England. I'm hoping it gets here soon. It's been a couple weeks now. I'm not out yet, but I'm getting pretty low on English breakfast. I always buy double Earl Grey because Earl Grey is what I normally drink. So I'll buy 2 boxes of that. And then I'll buy a box of English breakfast and a box of English breakfast decaffeinated. Because, you know, there's so many times where it's a cool evening or I want something to drink, but I don't want something cold before I go to bed. I want something warm and before I jump into bed. And so, but I can't have the caffeine, obviously. I won't go to sleep. So I do get a box of decaffeinated English breakfast. They've got more different kinds of teas that are decaffeinated, but I like the English breakfast. I like the taste of it, so that's what I usually get in the decaf. Gino's blocked by an object. What is that? Oh, he's blocked by that stupid... Doggone it. This happened yesterday, too, during the live stream. I kept having to come out here and... I kept having to go out there and smack him around. Let's smack him around with the truck and see if I can get him off of that. Okay. Now I gotta hire a new worker. Gino's, I had to lay Gino off. Sorry, Gino. By the way, for those that are watching this and they don't know what I'm talking about, when I hire a worker, and you'll see it here, I just hired Troy Sawyer. These are real people that are working on my farm. And they are my patrons. They support me financially, and so what they get for that is they get the opportunity of working on my farm. Is he done again already? Holy smokes, he didn't even go 10 yards. Anyway, the other thing they get, any of the mods that I have modded myself or that I have remodded, like the Combine. I remodded the Combine to hold 75,000 units. I remodded it to unload faster. I remodded it to harvest a little faster. They can actually get any mod that I have by going to a OneDrive. I keep all my mods on a OneDrive. They have access to that, and they can download any of the mods that I'm using. So that's what you get if you become a patron. And I make it easy because, like I said, I'm not doing this for a living. But it does take me a lot of time and effort to do that. And so you can support me by giving whatever you want on to Patreon. You can do $10, you can do $5, you can do whatever you want. But you only have to do as little as $1 because everybody that supports me gets access to my mods. So, and I shouldn't say my mods. Some of them are just mods that I've remodded. So I mean to say the mods that I'm using. Because a lot of times people will say, where'd you get that Combine that goes so fast? Well, I could tell you where I got it, but it's not going to be the one I'm using. I kind of equate it to, you know, when a vacuum cleaner salesman in the old days, they used to come to your house and they'd throw dirt on your floor and they'd vacuum it up and they'd say, look how good this thing works. And, you know, for $9.99, you can have this vacuum for your very own. But if you ask them, okay, I'll buy your vacuum, but can I buy the one you are using? They won't let you, because that's a special vacuum that has a bigger engine and does a better job. Now, I don't think they do that any longer, but that back in the days, they used to do stuff like that. They'd come in with a vacuum that you couldn't buy. It was, you know, it had twice the size of an engine, and it sucked a lot better. Anyway, that's kind of what I think about when I say the mods. You know, I can tell you where I got this mod, but it's not going to be the one I'm using. Since it's a new game, there were a bunch of things like the Rubicon. The Rubicon I'm using over there, that was my mod. It's up on ModHub. I cloned it and modded it myself. I don't usually do that because I am not a modder, but I needed one. I wanted one. I wanted a tedder, I wanted a windrower, and I wanted the fertilizer spreaders because nobody had them out yet. So I made my own and put them up on ModHub US, because I needed them myself. I don't normally do that. I'm not a modder, so I just play games and record videos. That's what I do. I can mod. That's not the point. It's just not what I want to do. Enough of that. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to get close to ending the episode about the time my tea's gone. A couple more swallows. I have to laugh. I've had a lot of people over in England and other countries that drink tea, and you're a tea drinker? I thought you were from America. I said, well, people in America drink tea. I've never drank coffee. I'm not a coffee drinker. I thought he got stuck again. I want to get one more run on this. My animals don't have any straw. So rather than take this to the silo, I want to run over and straw my animals. If that makes any sense. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. That's quite the mound of straw next to me there. Jeez. It's like Mount Rushmore or something. Why Mount Rushmore? I don't know. It's just what popped in my head. Strange things popping in my head all the time. Yeah, I think I'm into a new day. I think from the if you missed this live stream, I had that field of grass in front of me there, and this field of grass over here that I had straw and hay, not straw, hay and grass that I got off of it, and I think I can start doing it again. I think it's grown up enough. Then I'll start mowing again, get some more straw and grass. All right, I need to give the animals some straw. Let's just start over here with the horses. And I think this will take me out. This is the end of the episode here. I'm at my time limit that I set for myself. And with that, I think I am going to end the episode. I hope you had fun. If you did, give it a like, share it with a friend, subscribe if you haven't, and hopefully I'll see you back on the farm in the next episode. In the meantime, happy farming.